Hey, how's it going, YouTube? I wanted to come to you to talk about an issue. Well, it's kind of a hot topic that was kind of simmered down now, but because it's kind of last week's. But anyway, it's about President Obama saying he is for homosexual marriage. Now, I will say, I got what he was doing anyway. I already knew that he wasn't really believing what he said he's believing. You know, it's more of a political strategy. But that's neither here nor there. I'm going to give my opinion because I've been commenting on people's like statuses on Facebook and blogs and stuff on the subject, and to me it seems like a lot of people don't actually know what marriage is. Marriage is not just the joining of two people together. That's not what it is. And saying that, I want to say marriage is a religious joining of a man and a woman in holy matrimony. Marriage is a religious thing, a religious ceremony, a religious joining. And if these religions say that homosexuality is an abomination to God, then to me and other people in those religions, that's like a slap in the face of God. That's like saying, F you, God, I'm going to do what I want to do, and you're going to accept it. That's what that's saying. Because I would hear people say, well, why should you care? Why do you care if people get married? Who are we to stop them from coming together? No one is saying they can't come together in matrimony. They're just saying that you must recognize the two are not one and the same, meaning a marriage and a civil union are not one and the same. But I will say, and I will stand behind this, that yes, I believe a civil union should have the same legal rights as a marriage. Because if you backtrack, the homosexual community, they had a legitimate argument back then. Their argument was that a civil union should have the same legal rights as a marriage. But then it got caught up in the word marriage. And they got sidetracked. Which they could have had this taken care of a long time ago. Because who can argue with that? Yes, you should have the same rights. You should have the same legal rights. But recognize that a marriage and a civil union are not one and the same. There should be no homosexual marriage. The Bible says it over and over. Homosexuality is sin. And I know some people want to say, well, what about thou shalt not judge, or all sins are equal? Okay. Number one, the line about judgment, most people misinterpret. It is not saying you should not judge, because the Bible also says a righteous man judges all things. What it is saying is that you should not judge someone when you do the same thing. If you are guilty of the same sin, you cannot judge this man on that sin, because you're guilty as well, and you're going to be judged for that sin as well. That's what that's saying. So that's all I want to say on it. We're just saying is recognize that it is a religious thing. And if the religion says homosexuality is an abomination of God, you can't force the religion to accept your lifestyle. Plain and simple. But anyway, that's all I want to say on the subject. Peace and love, YouTube. Love and peace.